Okay, we're back in the creek again, probably after about 8 years. I reckon we came here last time to show you a new board we had then. Since then, we've moved up a lot in the boards. They've got a lot wider. We found with the computers, for every inch you go wider, you can go 6 inches shorter. So these boards are all 33 inches wide. There's an 8'6" and a 9-footer. The volume's much the same as a much bigger board, so they've come down in size just because of the width and still very stable. The secret of these boards is the area in the tail. They've got a lot of volume in the tail, so they ride crummy waves. Most of the other boards you can buy from overseas, riding perfect waves like Pipeline or somewhere like that, in Hawaii, where the waves have a lot more push. Down here we've got a lot of flat, crummy waves. So with the new boards, they've got the same width, same thickness, but they've got the carbon fibre on the bottom. It doesn't give you a real lot more strength, but it looks good. It's mainly about the weight too. The weight factor is right down. On all the new boards, we've put 3 layers of extra glass in around where you stand so you don't tint. A lot of the early boards collapse through here and you pulled away from the handle and then they'd fill up with water, so they're write-offs basically. So that's the secret to them. They're basically, for every foot you are, they're about a little bit over a kilo. So 8 foot would be 8.5 kilos. So the weight of them is really good. It's because of the 4 ounce on the bottom. We used to do 2 layers of 6 and 2 layers of 6 on the top, but now with this carbon fibre we've got 4 ounce, so it's a lot lighter the board. And same as on top, there's 4 ounce under the bamboo, 4 ounce on top of the bamboo, but where you stand there's these 3 layers of 6 ounce glass that gives you the extra strength, so you don't collapse the decks. It's mainly performance, as I said. On these boards, they're really good to ride crummy waves, so that's the most important thing. The other thing you need to remember is always wear your leg rope. Even when you're paddling up creeks or anything like this, it's really important to have your leg rope. If you're out on a windy day and you fall off, you will not catch your board. It's just too far. The wind will just take it away much faster than what you can swim. So it's really important to wear your leg rope. You can have a look at the volume in the stubby. The tail is much the same as these other boards. They're really full. This has been one of the most popular boards we've ever had since the stubby, which is much the same in the volume in the tail. So it just makes them heaps easier to turn in crummy waves, and that's what we mainly have around here, and that's the problem most people have, turning boards. If you go out in the flat part of the wave and your board starts to sink because you've got a narrow tail, then you lose your speed and you can't do your turn properly. So it's really important to have the volume in the tail when you're surfing in the bay. You see the thickness in the tail, how much volume is in the tail of this board, but also in the nose. I'll put a fuller nose on the board so that you can actually nose ride them. On this board here, I've got a sugar deck like we used to put on the old sailboards, so you can walk forward without having to slip or slide or anything like that. You don't have to wax it. It comes up crystal clear once the sugar dissolves, and you just get a really nice fine sugar finish.